that they were in, and really there's no issue for them to just go full wide swing on this. And so great win coming out from them. They are now the leaders with 12 points as we head into the next game. Game number 4, the first game of the second half. Now Razer, once again, have been getting contested over here by Third Impact. And here they are, the scans out from either side. 2 of them over by the supply bin respawn beacon as Hakulo has taken a lot of damage. I don't know exactly where it was from, but he needs to drop it down now, reconnect with his team. The bubble has been used by Zera Tricky as well, as they're trying to push that bubble. Muffins take a lot of damage, and now Muffins stands his ground, is able to trade away at the very least. So that's a 1-for-1 as that TSM cooler fight still taking place, and Snipe Down is just laying into them. What? Cooler fight lands are back, but oh my goodness. All right, back to this fight though. It's gonna be a 1v2. Zera Tricky trying to push up now as he gets swung on by both. He's able to get the knock on to Jazz, but oh my goodness, the shot's actually missing as he tries to climb over the box now. He's going to be able to reload that Havoc and go back in with that Scout as well as the scan comes out, giving him much valuable information, but a quick shoulder peek coming out from that Gibraltar. Will tickle away at Zera Tricky, who has the HP advantage. You have to remember that Zera Tricky was able to get the thirst at the very least. So that's an armor swap for that Gibraltar. Don't know if he picked that one up. We'll find out in just a moment here. Yeah, it's a tense situation, which generally these 50-50s at Epicenter are. The bubble has come out. That's going to be the fast res. Tries to bait that one. But here comes the scan. It's 2 hostiles detected as he goes for the swing, and he will be able to secure it. Zera Tricky keeping Razer alive. Will there be a third party here, though? Well, we'll have to hold that as 303 are taking on Pop-Tarts.
Yeah, another fight. This is the Geyser 50-50 that we've had. These teams not giving up after halftime. They're coming right back for some more fighting, more dueling. Pop-Tarts looking pretty solid in terms of armor. It's not the best, but we'll see what the other team has. It looks like they want to get aggressive because they feel like they have the upper advantage right here. There's no reason that they would go and push and use the bubble in that type of instance. The other team is going to push on this. Looks like they do have pretty solid armors. Stomp's going to catch with a couple, but the grenade pushes him out and filters him over towards the side. Another grenade is going to make him have to dodge over towards the side again. Scan does come through in from Impulse. They see that they're taking the opposite side, which is going to be onto the roof, but a knock right there onto Bambino. Stomps, tries to clamber up. ASCII is there to answer. His Sentinels and Pringles still duking it out over towards the sorting side. Big spray coming in from Lucas. Looked like he wanted to go for the finish in the armor swap, but the enemy team is going to still be there. And now he's looking for this 1v1. The res does come into the window, so now that's going to be a 2-on-1 situation. Not looking good for Lucas. He's going to have to get this thirst and armor swap immediately.
He's trying really quickly, but now he gets... Oh, he wasn't even able to get the armor swap. Throughout all of that, by the way, Pringles were able to win their fight up against Sentinels over at Sorting Factory. And so Pringles answering back now as Cheez-Its are in a fight. I believe this is Team Intel, right? They were doing the 50-50 dance all tournament long, and they will continue to do this. As CLG, during their rotate, we have a better idea where the ring is going. It is pulling up to the north here, and so they want to try and play for the God spot as the scans do come out from Vaxlon. Only holding on inside Train Tunnel. There might be a team that's playing over by that respawn beacon, so maybe they make their move for that. As round 1 finishes closing, we're down to 16 squads, 46 players remaining already, and this has just been the tale of the evening as Cheez-It are making their push now onto Team Intel. Blackout, Joey Blackout has done a lot of damage already, but it's Panders to get the first knock, taking Joey Blackout out. Prodigy Ace pops into that queue and leaving Rakanishu by himself, trying to get this thirst. He got the knock on to Metro, but now it's Prodigy Aces with 5 HP in a 2v1. The Thermite maybe gets the thirst for him, but nah, the damage isn't quite there as he's able to get 1 syringe off. The Thermite barely missing him. The high ground peak will come out very shortly here, and Team Intel will win out this 50-50 down in Lava City.
Yeah, I like seeing 6 on the Wraith instead of on Caustic. Just really doesn't make sense with the kind of playstyle that he has and how fast he is. Panders also, keep in mind, was one of our highest kill getters throughout the weekend in the ALGS, but it's so interesting to watch teams like Rice Krispie Treats, like CLG, fighting for positions that actually matter than 2 teams at Lava City just grieving each other. Just so different in how they want to go and approach this type of situation. So we'll see what Team Rice Krispie Treats is going to do. Again, this train tunnel is very popular for multiple teams to coexist.
Yeah, I mean the grief is for a good reason, right? It's about the long term at this point. It's the long con coming out for them. As Rice Krispie Treats running into CLG, you have to imagine at this point inside train tunnel right now, round one closing. Excuse me, I thought it was round. Oh my goodness, I didn't realize there was just so much action. I didn't realize that it was the round one closing start when I made that call earlier on. I'm already down to 15 squads, 44 players, and I feel like this is probably one of the fastest games that we've had so far. As here is Rice Krispie Treats. They do have the option, of course, to be playing over at Survey instead. As Casper, he does have that high ground angle for himself. They got the port down as well. They want to retreat into the buildings here, as looks like they want to renew their efforts to holding down inside the routing tunnel.
Yeah, I think that's the play for sure as we see what's going on over towards Sorting Factory. Looks like a little bit of a scuffle going on, and whoa, it's going to be Song with the big burst coming in with the Volt. Aves playing this high ground. Is he going to be able to help out Rolders? Rolders is now by him lonesome in a 2 versus 1 situation. Z Dave's going to be there to get the knock right there. That's going to be SCA in a 3 versus 1 now, and it looks like Applejack's going to have to bail on this one. I'm not sure how that happened. They were extremely split.
Yeah. You saw Aves from Aves' perspective. Just his teammates crumbling there, and so SCA, their equipment already looks fantastic. They've got the double purples along with the gold on Sung, and now they'll have a lot of loot to work off of. Razer is here. CLG might be making a push on top of them right now. No, it's not even. As the EMP comes in, defensive bombardment has been used. They back away from this one. They have to give up the God spot. We saw Razer win a game off of this position before, but now they cannot. They have been completely evicted here, but as Muffins goes for the repeat, he almost gets a knock himself. Hakulo will clear that drone for the time being. But again, they have to restabilize. They need to heal up. Zeratricky still needs to heal up his shields now. And so Razer, it looks like they will make a second go of things. Going for the peak. It's RKT coming in for the third party. CLG getting punished. Baxlon has gone down. Perfect timing coming out from Rice Krispie Treats there, as the port has been used by Madness to try and get Max back. But as you can see, Casper sets up for the flank, and he's on position. On top of that, will be able to get the damage across with the help of Casper taking out Lou, with the help of Bird taking out Lou. And Razer will be able to take back the God spot with the help of Team Rice Krispie Treats.
Yeah, a little bit of teaming up there on the big dog. CLG gets taken down, and now Reps gets involved as TSM going to come through and say, hey, we want a little bit of this. TSM typically will play either towards that right-hand choke, or they're going to play towards this backhand wall, which you see they rotate over from that refinery fairly late, or epicenter fairly late. They're not interested in pushing all the way, though, because they understand that this could just create a non-stop domino effect of fighting over here. So they're just going to take what's given to them and kind of back up and just hold the area. You can see Hal's the guy that's kind of looking around, but that is going to be Casper, and Team Liquid and Rice Krispie Treats getting into it still, as they are going to bleed out on the Team Razer side. So absolute bloodbath over here on the backside of the map.
Yeah, and that's why the call was made. First, they don't have a Wraith, right? So they don't have a port. It would be a full commit if they try to full send it onto them. But MPL came in for that third party onto Razer, as now Liquid making their way on up. They've got a team trapped out here, as the port was used to get out of the truck for now. Nocturnal taking some damage, but it's at the high ground, and you have Alberlele right on top of them with the PK. Oh my goodness. Sola Fide have not been able to win team fights today, as Liquid take it to them. We're back on board with Rice Krispie Treats here, in full control of the train tunnel now with CLG gone. And they do have a team trying to move up here, still playing over at Skyhook.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Solafide is coming out a little slow today, but what are you going to do when Alberelli comes through with the Peacekeeper? And his Peacekeeper is just so strong again. It's been one of those players that was on a Pathfinder for a very long time, kind of coined that grapple into the PK, and now he's on the Wraith this time around doing some serious damage. You see a little zipline action coming through for the boy Stunny if he wants to get back to his team just a little bit easier. Pop the Q, hit the zipline, come right back over towards the high ground. And sometimes you could bait players out with something like that, so I do like this positioning coming in for Team Rice Krispie Treats. It's been one of their more impressive days since forming their team.
Yeah, and again, this is still ring number 2, by the way, and we're down to 12 squads, 33 players remaining. So we might have a rat around. Maybe some teams are missing a player as Team Pringles, again, they've been able to bounce back. Taking the 50-50 up against Sentinels is impressive. We don't have the full picture of what went down over there for Sentinels. It might have just been maybe bad loot, or it was a good 3-on-1 drop. I don't know what happened there. But here's 303. They've got the red armor already on for Paradise. ASCII hasn't made any progress on his blue quite yet. Bambino, 556 damage away as well, as they are walking in with this ring just on the edges here to play on the rocks to the east of the next zone. And it is a free path for them. I mean, that's what happens when basically half the lobby is already dead.
Yeah, I thought you were going to call Bamboozle for a second, and I wouldn't have been mad at all. I'm a little upset that Matt Pickett gave up on Mirage, though. It was always fun watching him play that one. Let's see what they're going to be able to do. This is another tough rotation coming through. You have to make your way into this high ground and then take the angle, as this zone is going to close. I do like this play. It's going to really come down to ASCII putting down a bubble here very shortly, and once they do, this fight is going down.
Beast of the Hunt has been popped from Bambino as he wants to get the continuous scans, and there's the value off of it as they take to the skies here. We have the the black hole right on top of them with all of those nades coming down. Defensive bombardment has been used, and that was good timing. Wait for the gravity lift and then throw it down, but it looks like 303 needs some time here. They reset. The batteries have been popped as Paradise leading the charge here, backs away off of this one. They were able to get the knock onto Abe's, finishing that one off. Now Paradise in a spot of trouble here, especially with the rocks making it a little difficult to get out, but he will survive as Liquid pick up 3 more kills for themselves. Paradise needs to heal up as he's just lacking heals at this point. It's TSM right on top of them, dropping down as well with the gas. They'll be able to get the thirst onto ASCII and to continue the hunt down as Imperial Hell gets the knock onto Paradise, and they flip around to finish 303 off TSM. Now again, of course, simple fact that they're alive means they win that fight up against Cooler. We were talking about that earlier on. So the 50-50s swinging in the favor of TSM again.
And Hal's going to send these guys a little grab lift so they can get to him a little bit faster. Really nice spray there with he had the R9 with the 2X originally. He's going to go and swap that one for the R301 with the 2X. So it just goes to show you the difference in the meta right now. Typically you would see Volt, you would see Mastiff, you would see R9 Mastiff, something along those lines, but Hal's playing a little bit different. He's going to be going with, I guess you could say the Rogue combo, the Rogue Rat combo, that R301 EVA 8. So now Team Intel, haven't seen much of them quite yet. Looks like they're going to be fresh off of their Lava City win now with a long rotation all the way here to the top-hand side of the map, all the way making their way north. Looks like they will meet up with possibly TSM, though. That's going to be Hal coming through with the EVA 8. Bubble is going to go through. You have one player that's going to be weak. Sniped down with the red Evo armor. Strafing in between the bubble left and right. Meanwhile, there's another fight happening over towards the side. Somehow, it's going to be just up to Reps with 1 HP. There goes the defensive bombardment. It's not going to hit. And it should disappear as well, as Reps is going to come through with the jumping shot there to the body. The Mastiff going to connect. And the res coming through at the right time. They should be able to hit this right when the zone's moving.
Yeah, the gold bag MVP here. They're fully reset essentially at this point to walk on in with this. Snipe, you don't need to pop a full med kit there, but hey, you can definitely if you want to. Season now taking on Rice Krispie Treats. The Sunny has gone down. Season were the team that took out Razer in the God spot, and so they should be in positioning over there, holding them out now. As you can see, actually MPL with the pinch as well, coming in from the south side of the tunnel, but they have to back away off this one. Never mind, Dracos will go ahead and push into the tunnel now, as he's already used that bubble. Liquid, be careful. But here we go, great high ground angle from Nocturnal, gets the spray down. We have the massive shots connecting, only hitting for about 100 total there. NPL's Dracos does go down. Ronnie is left once again to his lonesome. Throughout all of that, Liquid have lost out on one. Flanker popping that bat. They will be able to get that, but here comes a third party from Navi's. Flanker's the only one left. He's got the double time to try and back out of this one and survive into another team. How long can he survive for? The movement's coming out from him right into the entirety of Team Pringles, by the way. Navi, though, looking to try and take advantage of this, but With some good damage, Kuya at least slows them down. They have to back away, though, as they have to fully heal up with the medkits and the bats. We're now down to the final 4 squads.
Unfortunately for Team Liquid, they had a pinch going on, a big squeeze. Navi came through and is going to take advantage of that. But what great shots from Kuya with the 2-4X on that G7 Scout. Looks like he's going to keep that one too because they were connecting so well instead of going on over to an R301 or an R99 instead. But this is Navi's best game so far. They were kind of sitting over towards the bottom of the leaderboard. 4 squads left. We know 2 are definitely coexisting over towards that God spot, and the other team looks like they are rotating towards the bottom of Survey Factory. So Navi is going to be the last team out right now in terms of all the teams that got to make the rotations in.
I wonder if that's TSM. It's hard to tell what they outline sometimes. If we can spot out a horizon in that squad, we do have the Bloodhound scan on top of them, and here come the G7 scout shots. Ooh, nice cover fire there, but you're still disconnected from your squad, stuck inside that building. But Na'Vi, they don't have that Bloodhound scan. They don't have the information. Never mind, that was, I believe, TSM there. Ooh, Snackdown gets taken out. That's going to be Season. Klein picking that one up. Is he in a vulnerable spot? It's Pringles, actually, that's stuck over here at Survey Camp. Thank you for swapping around observers, and Snipedown did get thirsted by Rambo. And so TSM will be playing this out as a duo, but they still have an incredibly potent composition, or excuse me, combo, with the Nox Gas Grenade along with that Black Hole. So the possibility for the win is definitely there, especially when you consider it's TSM. Imperial Howl wins those. We'll find out, though, as 4 seconds left. The ring will start closing in. And right now, Rep's doing some good shot, doing some great cover fire there. Hal can back off if he wants to, with that kind of anchor coming out from him. He is a little bit low on the ammo. They're picking up the damage, but not the kills quite yet. He will back off for now. Try to cut them off during the rotate, but the scan is there. Getting shot at, and it looks like TSM are just gonna go ahead and full send it. Here comes the Black Hole. Do they have the Nox Gas Grenade? Arcstar right inside. They drop right on top. Hal takes out Pringles' Phony along with Presley. Oh no, Reps isn't able to get the final kill. Unfortunately, Season picked that one up, and now we're down to a 3v3 2-squad situation here. And it's Team Season setting up the crossfire against this squad that is stuck inside. That's going to be Na'Vi, I believe, and made their way through Train Tunnel.
Spitfire here.
SZN has been loving locking down this spot for quite some time, but man, Hal is an absolute psycho for that play. They almost pulled it off too, 2-on-3, about 100 HP, the Black Hole into the Arcstar. But here's the final fight happening right here. SZN and Klein trying to take some good angles. 7 kills, only 754 damage. That's what you love to see. But here's the angle that needs to be taken over towards this little cut area. This little ramp is perfect for the head glitch, but they realize that they're a little bit split, so they go and send it over towards the side. Bubble has to be popped. Can he get the PK through? Looks like Na'Vi is going in on this. The EMP is going to be popped, but it's a little bit too late. And there it is. SZN, Klein going huge that game.
Season by being able to take that position away from Team Razer and ultimately get the win there. And man, that was some great team fighting ultimately in the end. Well, like we were talking about, love seeing that 2v3 full commit onto Team Pringles there. It was just a matter of a sliver of damage there, and they could have secured themselves 3rd place along with 3 more kill points. Unfortunately, did not happen, but great